Hi friends, welcome to APPWEB tutorial. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can use APPWEB to create a VTU website and a VTU application, and also any website or app of your choice. If you don't have APPWEB before, kindly use the link below this video to download it. In APPWEB, there is no difference between the app manager and the website manager. They both look alike. If you can manage the app manager, you can manage the website manager. So let's create APPWEB account. I have the application on my device, so I'm going to open it now and start from scratch how to create the APPWEB account. So as a beginner, I'm to register, and I don't have account already, so I'm to register. Now let's check the requirement for the registration. These are the requirements: name, email, mobile number, and a password. So before I'm done with this, let me quickly explain what is App Manager. App Manager is a place where an app owner or website owner will be able to manage his app or website. Every app or website has his or her own app manager or website manager. In website manager or app manager, they are both the same. If you can handle app manager, you can also handle website manager. So in app manager or website manager, that is where you'll be able to know the total number of customers you have, or the total number of users you have, the total number of viewers you have in a day on your app or website. And if it is VTU application you are creating or any other application for businesses, you'll be able to know the amount, the total transaction being done on your app or your website every day, and you'll be able to know the in and out of the way income is coming into your app. You'll be able to manage everything without anybody. So this app manager, only the app owner have access to it. So we'll continue that later. Let's continue to add the registration. So now the registration was successful. We are to log in now. So we'll come back here, we input the email we use to log in, and we also input the password which we created in the registration area. So those two details, the email and the password, we input them and we log into the account. So let me input them and log in into my account. Without this email and password, we won't able to log in to the APPWEB which I created. Without this email, I won't able to log into the APPWEB. And if I forget the password, what I have to do is just to click on forget password and input my email back. I will receive a new password. So now I'm logging in. Let's see the next step to take. So it's login. Okay, activation code. So I'm to go back to my email which an activation code is being sent to. So the email I use in registering, in creating this APPWEB account, I'm to go back to the mail and bring out the activation code. Because with this activation code, without the activation code, the APPWEB account won't open. I won't have access to the dashboard. So I have to input this activation code to activate my email with the APPWEB account. So I will be able to receive notification on my APPWEB. Whatever transaction I'm doing, I will be able to see a notification on it. So now let me copy the code. You can see the code right here. You can even see APPWEB. So let me copy the code, then and go back to my APPWEB account, so able to activate it. So paste. Okay, there, click on activate. So my account is under activating now. Okay, that step is done. Now I'm to create 4-digit pin. So you also create that. So it's also loading. Well, my account registration is successful. This is my dashboard. The registration is successful. Now you can see fund wallets, websites, application. And you can also see home, website, application. This is where we create app or website. You can see the requirements, everything is there. And also this is our menu bar. You can contact them, you can you can change your profile, you can log in, you can log out. So the account is yours now. You can see no app or website is created yet. So let's fund our wallet. To fund wallet, there is bank transfer, there is coupon code. So this bank transfer is for Nigerians, and while the coupon code is for those outside Nigeria. Although Nigerians too can also use the coupon code to activate their wallet, so they will able to create app or website. Without this activation code or funding of wallet, you won't be able to create any app. So let me fund my wallet with 100. Let me fund my wallet with 100. So I'll be able to create an app, for example. In funding your wallet, you have to input the amount, the date, which is the time you send the money, and also the sender name. So now I'm going to input all these details correctly. If any of these details is not correct, your account may get suspended, or you may not even receive the funding. So I'm going to input this correctly. Success John, that is the sender name. And after input the sender name, the details, the amount and the time, then we click on send proof. You can see. So we are to wait for this to load. You can see, wait for at least 5 minutes to be funded. In funding our account, we have to wait for a minimum of 5 minutes. Then our wallet balance will be credited and successful. So we will have access to create app or website. You can see it's done. So now let's create an app or website. Let's create an app. So we click on that green button. You can see choose platform, is it website or Android app. So we click on app. You can see it costs you 100 naira before you can create an app. So platform name, you can see e.g. Samora bot. So we input the app name. So let's use APPWEB for example. Let's name our app APPWEB. So I'm going to name my app APPWEB now. APPWEB. Then email. We are not going to use this email that I use in registering the APPWEB account. So I'm to use different email. We are to use different email in creating this APPWEB. The email I use in registering my APPWEB account is no longer available to create any app or website. So I'm to create account now. You can see the email has already been used, so we have to change the email. So now my account is being created. You can see APPWEB created. So you can see those details, view details, copy ID, copy app ID, download app, manage your app, delete this app. If you delete this app, the app won't be available. So this is our manager ID, our app manager. So we have to copy it, the app manager, this app manager, and this is also our download link to download the app. So let's open the APPWEB details. You can see manager ID. This is the ID we will use to access to test our app. To manage our application on the website, which is from manager portal. You can see manage your app. So we have to copy this link and paste it, and go to any of our browser and paste it. So I'm using Chrome. So I'm to paste this link, the manager link, on my Chrome. So you can see it's loading. Okay, paste ID. So our app ID is already there since we copied the code from the app. So we don't need to input the app ID again. It's already loading. So the next step now is to click on open. Then a code will be sent to the email, the email we use in registering this APPWEB to you. A security code will be sent to the email. So we have to go back again to our email and copy out the code and paste it here. Then we click on proceed. In doing this, we will be able to come into the app manager. You can see setting. These are app manager setting. If you want to change the app name, you can change it. You can see this also where you can select the type of website you need. Is it e-wallet? Is it start from scratch? Is it website and app builder? Is it bank SMS app? Is it online app, logistic app, online school app, laundry and cleaning app? There are much websites you can create. If the one you wanted to create is not among this list, you can choose start from scratch. But I wanted to create a VTU e-wallet app, so I click on VTU e-wallet app. This contact number, we are to erase this present one. If you want to input your contact number, start with your country code. For example, if you are Nigeria, you start with 234. There you input your phone number. So this button text, you leave it like that. The other one, you leave it like that. Then you click on update. So this is our manager dashboard. There are some other settings which we haven't made. You can see there's no logo, so we have to make all those settings in order to make the application ready for use, for consumers to use, for our customers to use. So you can also see the settings: provide frequency ask question, which is fast, add our blog, app logo and payment details. So those are the other requirements we are to complete. As you can see on the app screen, which is app setup, we haven't set up the app, so we are done with 75% out of 100. So now we are to complete the setting. So we first go with fast questions. So what is fast questions? Is a question. Many of you have known this fast question. If you wanted to download an app and you don't know how the app is functioning, you can quickly go to their facts and check if what you are intent to ask is there. You click on it, you will see it will bring out the answers for you. So that is fast question. So now let's add fast question to this application, to this VTU application. How am I going to ask fast question to this application? I'm going to click on this positive button here. You can see click on the plus sign to add your facts. So I'm going to click on the button and input my facts with the answer. Sorry for the interruption. So you can see here add facts. The first one is question. So what will my question be? Okay, let me say is MTN XME available. MTN SME available. So my answers now to be, if you let it available on your app, you click on yes. So my answer now is yes, because it's available on my app. So yes, that is done. You can see one fast question. We have one fast question now. If you wanted to add more, you click on the positive sign and add more, and add another one. So now let's go to our setting. Let's move to setting. You can see make dashboard, general, password. So app information. If you still wanted to change your app information, you can change it through this app information. And this is our home page setting, which is theme color. The way you want your app to, the color you want your app to be, you choose the preferred one here. And this logo on app, if you want your app to be displaying logo, you click on display logo. If you want it to display text, click on display text. And this is our manager ID. If you don't need this, you can click on generate new one. And also the mobile number, you erase it. You start with your country code, then before your mobile number. Address location, you put your address. If you want your users to activate that account before, if you want artificial code to be sent to your user before they can create account, you click on enable. And if you don't need it, you click on disable. And if you also want email delivery to be sent to your users, you send on enable. If you don't need it, you click on disable. So, but I will ensure you, I will allow you guys to use enable. So click on enable on those email. So now we are to go to the rest questions. So now let's kindly add at least one blog to our application. You can see now we're in 80%. Before it's 75, now it's 80. So now let's add a blog to our app. So this blog is where we can post like an update to the app, where others can come and if you are interested in news, posting news, you can post the news here, and your members, which is your app user, will be able to see it. So how do we add it? You click on the positive sign, you can see headline, you input the headline, add a VTU. So you input your text here, you put your text. If you want to edit it, you edit it. If you want to add link to it, it's also there, you add your link. And the last, you input image. So you must add image to your blog. You can see it. So let's click on the browser to add image. So let me add image. So you click on save. So our blog will be updated immediately. The blog will be updated. So these are the processing which we need in setting up our application, a VTU application. So now we are done with blog. If you want to also add more, you click on the positive signs and add more. You click on the positive sign to add more to it. So let's continue with the settings. So if you want, you can see it, display text or logo. So display logo or display text, anyone you need between the two, you click on it and you update it. So after updating it, you click on save. Then if it is text you wanted it to display, it will display text, which is your app name. And if it's also logo you wanted it to display, it will display a logo, which is the app logo. But right now we haven't uploaded logo, so it won't display logo. It only display text. But if we have add logo to it, as we click on display logo, it will display logo. And as we are doing this, we also log into our app. We also test our app. We test how the app will function. So we need to upload logo now. The next step is logo. Let's upload the app logo. So we click on upload app logo. You can see now. Then you click on upload new logo. You select the image, the logo you wanted. Then you click on upload, which is below it. So the logo is updating. But this logo is too big, so it won't work because the size of the image is more than what is required. So before you can upload your logo, you have to make it a size that is uploadable. So you can see logo too big. The minimum must be 200 KB. So if you want to upload your logo, it must be 200 KB. Here also our blog, we leave it like that. In touch with us, which is contact us, you also leave it like that. And if you wanted to change this general text, you can change it to whatever you wanted it to. This in touch with us, you erase it, you put +234 on your mobile number. You can see Twitter, you can add your Twitter link, your Facebook link, your WhatsApp number, and so on and so forth. if you have those, you can add it and click on update for your user to be able to reach you or reach your page. So the logo is too big, that is why it's still reflecting there. Now let's move to our manager portal, which is admin portal. You can see we have API, we have user balance, and so on. So we have to scroll down and click on the box, on this box. We click on it and agree. So we read all those information. If you are aligned with those information, then you click on agree, which is the box. You tick the box and agree. So you can see main dashboard, contact, customer list, and so on and so forth. So this API is your wallet. That is your wallet. Nobody have access to this wallet except only you. If your API is being credited, then if your customer fund is our wallet, immediately your customer try to purchase, the money will be deducted from your API, while the money your customer transfer will be replaced back to your API. Then your own interest will be returned to your API. You can see choose menus to proceed with. We have many menus. So we have many menus there. So let's quickly continue. Click on logo to upload our logo again. So the logo won't work because the size is too much to upload. So let me continue with the API. So the money in your API is meant for you, is not for any other person, only you. So the API, the money will be deducted from your API, while the one your user sends to purchase will be replaced back to your API. You're the only one who have access to your API, only you and your agents, which is those who are working with you as an agent, that have access to it. That's if you give them your app manager link and the password before they can log into it. So in this API, it's a bank. So the way you pay money to your normal bank, that's also how you pay money to it. If your API is there is a zero, if it still remains, that is 0.00, your customers or your users won't be able to purchase any subscription from your app or website. So you have to input money in this your API. And if you also don't have income to start up this business, it's also easy. The thing is, you just have to enroll in the empowerment. You can see this is your API wallet. So this is our API wallet. You can fund it through card payment. You can also fund it through bank transfer. So in any way you wanted to fund your API, you can fund it. So if you don't have capital or income to start, click on this. Okay, let's make some price setup before we move to that. This price setup is where we set the price which you want goods and services to be purchased on our app. So imagine, see MTN SME data, so which is 2, if MTN is 210, if you set 2.0, so instead of that, okay, MTN is 2, I think it's 230. So if set 2.0, it will be 240. It will be 240 on your website. Then, so the 2.0 is that 240. The gain is yours. Why the normal balance is where the normal money is 230. I mean 2 is 2 something sha. So that's how you calculate it. If you don't want to use this 2.0, you can actually change it to whatever percentage you wanted. But mind you, then those price must be in percentage. Cable TV also in percentage. This paper chargeback, you don't enable it, just disable it. But don't disable it because you don't have your CAC there, so you have to disable it. Electricity, it will be in naira. While withdraw charges, if you want withdraw charges to be available on your app, you input the amount. So airtime discount and education pin will also be in percentage. Then you click on update. So it's being safe. Let's see, change have been made successfully. So MTN 1 gig is 225. Then you sold it to your customers or to your users 299. You can see the way it is. So if you are not okay with that price, so you can change it by yourself. App configuration. So here, select payment type. You can use bank transfer, and you can also use online payment. In using online bank transfer, you have to input the bank details here. You input the bank details. You also input the minimum payment and the withdrawal charges. That's it. Then you leave it. If you also want referral system to be referral portal to be available, if you want your customer to refer and earn, you click on enable. And if you don't want them to refer and earn, you click on disable. If you want them to refer and earn, you have to set the minimum amount per referral. So, and also you have to set the maximum earning amount, because some of your users they are good at referring, so they may refer like 100 people in a day, which you are giving 1,000. So immediately that means your user will be earning 1 million in a day. So you have to set the minimum amount, and this also the products available, which are the services available. If you like, you can enable. If you like, you can enable some. So, and if you like, you can click off to be available. And if you also dislike, you can remove some services. So I'm going to enable all. Here we click on OK. You can see available services, which are 30. So pop-up message. Immediately your user log into your app, the message that will first come up today is welcome to APPWEB. So if you don't want a pop-up message to be available, you will erase it. And this is mega data. If you want it to be available on your app, you click the amount, which is the percentage you want your user to purchase it from. That is discount. So you give your user a discount on it. So let's give our user 22.0 discount. So we update it. Then we will be moving to growth. What is growth? Growth is where we'll be able to know, okay, the amount we earn from last month to this month, or this month to last month, or yesterday to today. So that's where we'll be able to know the amount we have earned, or the income which we have gained. So we haven't made any transaction yet, so there's nothing we display here. Nothing is displaying here. If we have make transaction, so you will see it will display the total transaction being made yesterday, today, and from wherever date we set it to start from, it will display to us. So you can see empowerment. I'm coming to that. You can see application viewer. We only have one application viewers. So customers, we don't have any customers. We are having a zero customer. This is where we'll be able to know the application viewers. We have total customer, total transaction in a day, and the wallet balance. We'll be able to know age and everything. If you want to this empowerment account, you click on agree and join. So if you know you don't have capital to set up your business, to start this B2B business, you fill those information and you click agree and join. So you won't stress yourself in that how will I register my business name, this and that. The only thing is just that they will be the one to be funding your wallet 100,000. Immediately your wallet balance is low, they will fund your wallet balance back to 100,000, so that your API won't be low. The only thing you have access to is just the withdrawal, the interest. That is only what you'll be withdrawing every month, or whenever you wanted to withdraw your interest, you withdraw your interest. So these are our WhatsApp bots. If you want to be managing your app through WhatsApp, you set those link. You search for WhatsApp bots. I think the link is there. You can see the video tutorial. So just click on this video tutorial and watch it, and watch how you can configure your WhatsApp bot. So I don't think I have to explain much on this because it's not a must we use WhatsApp. But if you wanted it to be available, if you wanted to be using it, so you watch the video tutorial to know how you can configure your WhatsApp bot and start managing your app, your transaction, and know what is going on your app every day. So I'm just going to leave this aside and continue. So you can see price change setup. If you want to change your price, you can easily change it. Create funding coupon. You can also create funding coupon, which if your customer wanted to fund their wallet, they can use coupon code to fund their wallet. So you'll be the one to create the coupon code. Maybe your user wanted to fund their wallet with coupon code. The coupon code will be generated to them. So the money will be paid to you first before you generated the coupon code to them, before you were able to fund their wallet. So we have to move to the next step. So scanning network. So we are also going to test this application. When we are done with this setup, we'll go back to our app tester and test how this application is working. So in these hard ones, if you wanted to add some others features to your app or website, we click on it, you can see those one has been installed. So this one, which is free, if you wanted to add them to your application or website, you click on the positive sign and add them. You can see online school app, all those. If you wanted to add them, you click on it and add them. So this monofee is where you'll be able to reserve. If you created it, that is when CAC coming. You can see if you don't have CAC, you can see you must have a registered business name, CAC certificate, before monofee can activate your business. So without this, your user or your app user, immediately your app user register on your app, they won't have their reserve account. But if you have your business name register, you click on it, you set it, immediately your user or your app user or your customer registered on your app or website, their account will be generated for them. So let's leave that apart. We are not going to go into it. So now let's test our app. This is at the app tester. We have to erase this link here and move back to our APPWEB. You copy the app ID, you paste it here and click on open app. So let's see how our app is functioning. You can see our app. So before we can click on this app, you have to create an account from scratch. Create the account. So you can see this is our wallet. APPWEB is ready now. It's ready for use. So because we do not allow bank transfer, we only allow coupon code. That is why coupon code is only available for the payment. This is the dashboard. His dashboard. You can see our blog and so on and so forth. Everything we added to it is available. So let's check. It's currently loading. So with APPWEB, you can create any app and website and manage it with easy. It's very easy to create app and website using APPWEB. So let's check it up. Now you can see our services. MTN is available, Airtel, 9 Mobile, everything is available. Airtime, mobile data, and so on. You can see buy mobile data. So you can see MTN, Airtel, Glo, 9 Mobile. If you wanted to remove any of those services, you go back to your app manager, you click on services, then you remove the one you wanted to remove. So here also we have data. So to purchase data, you click on, you see no services. So these are the services available. Any of them you wanted, you click on it. Then okay, let's use STSM for example. So let's check the plan which is available. How much is 1 gig? So our 1 gig is 230. If you are not okay with this 230, you go back to your app manager, you increase it, you go to price setup, you increase the price from 2.0, it may increase it to 3.5. So you come back to your app tester, you check the price which is has come to. So you see that the price will increase. So also here we have TV subscription. So click on it. Is it GoTV? Is it DSTV? Whatever you wanted. And also in our services, so these are services available: MTN, mobile data, TV, electricity, education fee, media data, and so on and so forth. And that's also sits here to display on our screen, live and direct displaying. So on APPWEB, you can also send money to any wallet. So you can send money to wallet, and also if you wanted to send money to bank account, you click on withdraw. You can see choose bank. You choose the bank. You select any of the following bank you wanted to. You input the account details, which is the account number and the amount you wanted to send, and send proof, and send it there. Immediately 5 minutes, the owner of the account will receive alert that is our bank's account has been credited from APPWEB. So it's very easy. Let's fund our wallet, or let's check some other services from the menu to check our blog and others we have set there. So if you want to refer, you can see the referral bonus is 1,000. So if you don't want to be using the app, for example, I'm a customer now on APPWEB and I don't want to use the app, I will click on visit our website. It will take me to Chrome, then it will display the way the application is working. That is also how the website is. So using APPWEB in creating application, you have app and you also have a website. So let's come back to our manager dashboard. You can see here we have 6 viewers. So let's check other services. Let's make some settings. Let's check the customer. You can see we have one customer, which is success. So you register the driver check everything. You see everything. You can suspend the customer, you can phone, you can message, you can show information, you can send statement, and you can also delete the customer from your app. So sorry for the interruption, please. So let's continue. So you can suspend, you can phone, you can message, you can show information, you can send, and you can also delete. So now in funding of wallet, if your customer did not send money to your account, which you set as the payment information, so if you did not receive alert from your customer in that place, you will not fund your customer. But assuming now, let's assume success has transferred 3,000 naira to the account number which I set. So now I've seen it, then I have to credit success wallet. So now let me credit his wallet. Now I'm crediting his wallet 3,000. So after crediting it, I'll go back to APPWEB app. Then I will check my wallet. Maybe the 3,000 naira will reflect, or the 3,000 naira will not reflect. So in this funding, if your customer did not transfer money to the account number you use as funding, you will not fund. And also if your customer transfer money to it, you will receive alert, and also you will also receive a notification that so person sent so amount to you. Let me check my wallet balance now. So I'm to refresh. Let me refresh to check. Maybe the 3,000 naira will come up, or it is, you have seen it has even come up. See, wallet credited, approved, 3,000. So now let's try, and you also know our API is 0.00. So let's check, maybe this 3,000 naira we can use it to purchase. Okay, let me use data as example. Let me purchase data on a network. Maybe it will work or it will not work. Remember our API, our API is still 0.00. And I also said if your API is 0, you won't be able to purchase. You won't be able to make any purchase. Your customers or your app user or your website user won't be able to make purchase with your app. So now let me try it. Maybe with this 3,000 naira in my wallet and the API and the app owner API is 00. Let me check, maybe I can make purchase with this my wallet balance. Okay, let me purchase. So it's loading. Let me check, maybe it will work. Or you can see it failed. Contact APPWEB for support. So because our API is 0, the app API is 0, that is why we are not able to make purchase. Let's go back to our app manager portal. Our app manager, let's go back to it and see why the transaction is not successful. So you can see two transactions, the one for wallet credit and the other one for the transaction. See, it failed. Contact APPWEB for support. So it failed because our API is 0. Our API is 0 naira. So for our customers to be able to use our app, our API must be credited. We must credit our API. So you can see API is 0, and our user has 3,000 naira. So now, assuming that okay, success have already transferred 3,000 naira to me, and I haven't funded my API, so I have to go back to my account and transfer money from my account to my API wallet. So transferring it to my API wallet, I will have to send a message to success that okay, we try your transaction back, or we will process it by yourself. You click on process, it will send the subscription to the account, to the number. So in doing this, if your API is 0, no one can able to purchase from you. So, and if you also know you don't have income to start up it, you click on interested in this empowerment account. In this empowerment account, if you click on it, your API will be funded. I'm saying it in number times, your API will be funded. You don't have any problem with where will I get income to fund my API? That one is normal. So let's go back to our app. You can see I still have 3,000 naira there, and so this 3,000 naira is just a number. It's just a number. Since the app API is 00, this 3,000 naira on my wallet is also nothing. So I can't use it to purchase anything. So if you fund your user, you can fund your user any amount you wanted to fund your user. If your API is 0, if you like, fund your user 500 million. That 500 million is just a number. Your user cannot use it to purchase anything because your API is 0. So you cannot even though your API is credited, yes, you have money on your API, and your user did not send money to your account, you cannot fund his or her wallet because you did not receive payment from the user. And also you can fund your user and you will not still able to use it to purchase anything because your API is 0. So the user that send money to your account, that is the user will fund his or her wallet. So a notification will be sent to you that okay, or assuming that success sends notification that okay, I want you to fund my account, and I click on fund bank transfer. I input the details and I've input the time, the amount I sent, and the sender name, and immediately I click on send. The app owner, which is the APPWEB app owner, we receive a notification immediately that success sent 3,000 so time and with the sender name. If you receive a payment which is 3,000 naira from the sender name which success sent, and you see that okay, the two information are aligned, you will see a link below that say fund user. And if you don't want to use that link to fund the user, you go back to your app manager and search for success, or you go to transaction, you will see there, you click on it, you will see 3,000 naira from 3,000 requests from success. Then you click on the 3,000, it will display is do you want to credit the user or do you want to debit the user. Then what you have to do is credit the user. You credit the user with the amount he or she sent. That's all about funding. So about the empowerment account, you don't have capital to start up the empowerment account. To start up the business, you can use the empowerment account, which is very, very easy. What you have to do is just to fill those information. You click on the empowerment account, you fill the information, After filling the information, they will let you know what and what you have access to as the owner of the app. So as the owner of the app, like example, APPWEB, as example, I'm the owner of APPWEB now. So, and I don't have capital to start off my API. Okay, what am I going to do? I click on interested in the empowerment account. So my wallet will be, my API will be credited 100,000 continuously. My API will not be low, so 100,000 continuously. So only what I will have access to is I will have access to change price, to increase price or decrease the price of the services that are available. And I will also have access to change some settings, but I will not have access to my API anymore. I don't have access to my API. I can't fund my API. The empowerment account will be the one to be funding your API. So how do you get your income? For example, 1 gig is 220 and you set your price to be 240. So how will you get your income? How will you get your 20 naira income? Assuming now in a day a total transaction on your app is 1,000 and you wanted to, which is your gain, the 1,000, which in a day 1,000 naira is your gain, and you wanted to withdraw the 1,000. How will you withdraw it since you don't have access to your API anymore? You click on check reports, which is growth. You click on growth, you input the date which you wanted to check, then it will give you the gain you have in that day. So assuming now you want to check today own, and today own is 5,000 and you wanted to withdraw the 5,000, what you have to do is click on withdraw. It will bring out bank details. It will bring out two information. One, is it your API? But now that you are using the empowerment account, it will not bring API. But if you are not using empowerment account, it will bring API. So now that we are using, let me say I'm using empowerment account now, it will bring out one information, which is bank. So it will ask you to select bank. You select your bank, you put the bank account number and the necessary information. Then you click on proceed. Between 10 to 15 minutes, your bank will be credited with the sum of 5,000 which you withdraw, which is your gain that you withdrew from your app. It will be credited to your bank account immediately. Just a matter of 10 to 15 minutes to be credited. And also, if you want your users, your app users or website users to have their reserve account, so that you won't be the one to be funding them and they won't be the one to be sending money to your account. They will have their own reserve account. It's very easy. What you just have to do is to register CAC, make sure your business name is being registered. Assuming now I want all my users to have their reserve account. So what am I going to do? I'm to register this business name APPWEB under the CAC. So I'm to register it, get my certificate. So the next step, I will go to my Chrome, open Monofee, then create an account and go to, if you don't know how to go about it, so don't let me talk much about it, chat. So what you are going to do is, after opening Monofee, you have created the account, you come back to your app manager, so you click on add once, so it will see Monofee there. You click on it, it will explain the gradual step how you are going to reserve an account with your CAC certificate for your user. And if you don't understand it, you will see where it says watch video tutorial. So you click on it, you watch the video tutorial on how you can create account, how you can serve account for your user. So if you are done with that step, reserving account for your user, immediately a new person register under your app. maybe he or she use the app or the website. As soon as he or she created account, your monofee will generate a new account for her or she, for she or each. So he or she will ask you her own account. So if you wanted to fund his wallet, you will fund that account be generated for her or she. So the account will be funded. So immediately he or she fund the account, it will be reflected on his APPWEB wallet that okay, it has funded his wallet. So and now your API is still in a zero. APPWEB API is still in zero, and my customer has funded his or her wallet 5,000. So if my customer purchase from my API, it will not still work because my API is still 0.00. But since I've registered my business under CAC and I've generated reserve account for my user, if my API is 00 and my users registered, credited his account 5,000 or whatever I wanted to credit it, the money that he or she credits his wallet will be sent to my API. So the number will only be reflecting on my user dashboard. So maybe my user purchase a product, the amount, assuming my user have 2,000 in his wallet, and my user purchase data of 500 naira. So immediately he or she purchased that data of 500, the 500 naira will be deducted from my API. Then 500 naira also will be removed from the number displaying on our screen, on our wallet. So the 500 naira will be deducted. So the remaining balance will be 1,500. So the gain of that 500 naira now will remain on my API. So the data of 500 naira my customer purchase, as the owner of the app, the data will be, let's say the data is 400 and my customer purchase is 500. So the 100 naira again will remain on my API. So and I can withdraw it, and I can also leave it on my API. So if you wanted to add some features to your app through your app manager or your website manager, you can manage it. And this process I use in creating this APPWEB wallet, you can also use it to create other app or website you wanted to create. But the thing is just that the way you do it is different. So if you wanted to create any app apart from this APPWEB wallet, just follow the procedures, those settings you made in app manager. That's also how you make settings to the other app or website you wanted to create. That's how you make settings. So if you wanted to remove some services from your assuming now I wanted to remove withdraw, or let me say I wanted to remove some services from my app. It's very simple. What I just have to do is to go to my app manager, go to my menu and go to services. So I'm going to I'll go to my price setup. Do you see there's a place where it says price? So I selected it's and we have 30 services. So I click on it. It will bring out the services as for me. So what I have to do now is to locate the services I wanted to remove and click on it. So when that mark is no more there, that means the services is not more available. And if I also want it to be available, I also click on it to be available on my app or website. So that's how you can remove and add services to your app or website. So after all this, how do we upload our app online on Play Store and other stores? How do we do this? It's very easy. We don't have to pay any dime before we can upload our app or website online for others to be able to search for the name and download it. This is how we do it. After we are done with those settings, we have completed our settings. We have completed the setting. We have to wait for 48 hours. So after that 48 hours, a message notification will be sent to, okay, let me say I want to upload this APPWEB online. I want to upload it on Play Store and other stores. So I will have to wait for 48 hours. After these 48 hours, a message notification will be sent to my email, the email which I use to create this APPWEB. So I will receive a notification on that email. After I receive a notification, it will say APPWEB app is ready to be downloaded and upload. So if you click on download, the app will download and we have the app on your mobile device. We have the app on your mobile device. And if you also want to upload it on stores, so you click on the other link. So it will take you to your browser. So it will display two content for you. It also display download or upload. So upload will be on top, which is upload to Play Store and other stores. Then download will be at the bottom. If you want it to download to your mobile app, you click on download. You can download to your mobile app. And if you also want to upload it to stores, or Play Store and other stores, you click on upload. So it will open another page for you. It will ask of those stores you want to upload it to. Apple Store, Play Store, all those stores will ask of it. Then you click on the ones you wanted. Then you click on upload. After click on upload, you wait for extra 48 hours. After these 48 hours, your app will be ready on all those stores. Play Store, Apple Store and whatever store. All those stores you selected, your app will be available there for download. So your user can use the app, can download the app through Apple Store or Play Store, whatever store. So they can download it there. And if you don't want your app to be available, you don't need on those stores, you don't need to upload it. So you will be the one, if you want people to use your app, you will be the one to share them the app link to download the app. Or if you want people to be able to download it, to come across it on stores and download it, you have to upload it. So that's how we do. So after you upload it, immediately someone just enter it, or Apple Store or Play Store, whatever store, and you see APPWEB. Okay, I wanted to start a business. He or she click on the app and download it and register account. It will work because the app is already available. So it will work, and you also have your own generated account if you register your business name under Facebook. Your customers will have this account. But mind you, we have uploaded our app doesn't mean we can't make any changes anymore. We can still change the logo, we can still change the name, and all those changes will still appear on our app. Those changes will still appear.
So how do we do that? You can change services, you can cancel services, you can change whatever settings. So that is why we use app tester. The way it work in app tester, that's how it also work when you upload it online. You can make whatever setting you wanted to make on your. So whatever we change on our app, on our manager, on our app or website ID, we still reflect on those stores. So they will all still reflect and change. Assuming now I've already downloaded it and I wanted to disable referral system. If I click on disable, so if my customer want to refer now, it will see that the referral any is no more available. He or she can refer, but he or she will not have a bonus for that referring. So that is how it all works. You don't need that, okay, we have already uploaded it, I can't make any change anymore. Since you have your manager ID, you can make any change. This brings us to the end of this video tutorial.